Okay, so um the bad thing happened and I did record like me beating this thing. It was all going nice. I started like Jean's story. Her story is like is super duper short. Like literally you do like two regular fights and then like the boss fight and then I guess the thing's over. I mean, there's more story stuff in that one, but so I realized like I beat the boss, like I beat the final boss. And then I'm doing Jean's story, and then right when the cutscene hits, when I like, I guess get the boss to like, either I beat him or I got him to like half health. Well, my brick decided to be like, I'm out of space, and so it messed the whole thing up. And I had to like Google wait, and I this was already after I like saved over my save, like the original save. And to be honest, I didn't lose. It wasn't that much loss because all it was really fighting a boss. Not one boss, it was like a couple bosses for like 2.5 hours. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of progress to be lost. And all the story stuff was happening. But I managed to like kind of save it. Not all the way. I had to like follow this complex, well, to me it's complex, like a YouTube tutorial where it was like, oh, I need to open the command menu, and then I'd have to like type in all this stuff, and I had to wait a lot, but I did manage to semi salvage it. It looks kind of shitty, like, frames are missing. Sometimes it speeds up, sometimes it slows down, but I'm like, you know what? Also, the audio is gone. There's no audio in it either. So I thought I'd just be like, okay, well, it was literally, actually no, I tested it to see, because sometimes games, when they throw you into like the continue after you beat the game, it's usually like right before you fight the final boss, so you can like fight it again and stuff. So I thought I could go back after I saved it and like saw all the stuff. Yeah, sat through the credits, everything, and it did put me in an area that's basically right before the I guess the final boss. I thought someone else was the final boss, but no, there's extra stuff. Like there's like two extra chapters that's just story and bosses. So, but what happened is that I found out that it didn't put me in a space where I kind of could like make another record. I mean, this is another recording, but I mean like it basically skipped the one boss. It skipped the one boss that I fought. So I thought that I would just like throw in like in the editing stuff, that I would like put what I did. Like it's still the gameplay that I had. It's just gonna look really shitty, but I was just gonna be like, okay, so like the plot, because there was some plot that we missed, before we fought him. We fought Luca on. I'm just gonna spoil it right there. We fought Luca on, and I thought he was the final boss because he was acting all final bossy. But there's extra story after this, obviously, because it booted me before there was. I didn't know at the time that there was an extra boss, but there was an extra boss. I'm going to assume people can just already assume who it is at this point. But I'm just gonna say, like what the heck I did, and I'm just gonna put the footage as best as I can, to kind of just convey, like, yes, this happened and this happened. So basically, what happened is that we find Lucan in like a block of ice, like Avatar style, kind of, and he said that he was sealed in there, so he couldn't be. He couldn't be like the next king because his dad was a fairy, but he said his mom was human, and then the other fairies like killed his dad in cold blood and exiled his mom, and they sealed him in this block of ice or crystal. It looks like ice to me, but I think it's a crystal. And so then he explains where it's like, oh, the only way to like free me is to basically give me the demon's life, like the life force of Cheshire. And of course, at this point, Cereza's like, oh, hell no, you're not getting his life or whatever. And so he gets mad, of course, because he's like, oh, you don't, like, oh, he's just a demon. Like, what's the problem? And then they get into a whole argument. She even does the thing where it was like, oh, I thought we were friends. I thought we were friends. And then, he kidnaps Cheshire. Because, first of all, we find out that he is the wolf. I guess, I mean, I didn't know at the time. I thought it was kind of interesting. Like, oh, okay, he was the wolf this entire time. So he turns into, like, a beefier, I guess, like, more fairy armored version. I don't know what to call it. It does look cool. It kind of looks like a hybrid, like a wolf dragon hybrid. And then he kidnaps Cheshire, and then he goes into like a portal rift, like crack thing. And and Cheshire's like in the middle of this, I don't know what to call it, arena, this orb, this sphere thing, or whatever. And he's just like absorbing Lucaon absorbs all of Cheshire's elemental powers. And then you have to play as Cereza, kind of like running around, and I think he transformed. I can't really remember. I do know at one point he turns into like the fire version. I know the fire version, he like summons a meteor storm and you can like get hit. You can get hit by the flames and stuff. And so you have to do like witch magic and like free Cheshire from whatever it is, from the bindings, from getting absorbed by this thing. And then you fight him for real. You fight him for real as like, I guess the final boss. I thought he was the final boss because I mean he absorbed all the elements and shit, and you're gonna have to and you're gonna have to like beat him up to get them back. One of those like final boss feeling things where like, oh, they steal your powers, but like if you do enough damage you get them back, kind of things. And it does work like that, but he also changes his elemental form. So I forgot what he started with. I'm trying to go through the footage as best as I can here. I think he started with the green. I think it goes in the order of when you found them. So he starts with the green, like the what do you call it? His plant form. He starts out in his plant form, and you have to fight him as normal Cheshire. And when you do enough damage, I think when you do enough damage to him, I think he does like a supernova. He has like a supernova move for each of these elements. I think the first time it seems like I actually whacked him out of it and managed to get the stun. And yeah, you whack him enough, he does the supernova, you beat him up a little bit, and then Cheshire gets his plant form back. And then he transforms into the earth, like an earth thing. I don't know he just turns into his brown yellow form, his earth form. And then you gotta do it again, but he has like a different moveset. He has like the ground pounds with like shockwave stuff. And you kind of just do the same thing. His moveset just changed. Oh yeah, he drops bombs that Cheshire can use like what button is this? R? The R button? Yeah, you can like vine whip them back to him. I think that was the gimmick, kind of. I'm like watching this, he turns into like his rollout attack. I don't know if that was his supernova, like turning into a big ass ball, I think, and like rolling around. And then you get that one back. And then he turns into his water form. His water form was probably the most annoying because I didn't understand the gimmick until like way later into the fight, because he was super duper fast. He would like dive into the ground and start swimming around, and then I guess he'd do like a lunge attack eventually. But the problem was that I didn't know how to hit him when he was like in the middle of diving. Because he would be too fast, and of course Cheshire can't run, so I'm like, oh, how the heck do I do it? Well, I found out that apparently you have to ground pound, because of course, I forgot about it. You have to ground pound him out, and then I think he gets stunned for a little bit, or you just get like an extra 2 hits in, and then he kind of just does this thing. He has like water beams, I think. He has like water beams. This supernova though was probably one of the crazier ones. And I actually managed to like dodge the whole thing by like running all the way to the side or like to the corner. I mean, it's a circular arena, but like I ended it was cool looking at least. Like he did something super duper cool looking. And so you beat him up and you take that element, and then he finally turns into like the fire form. And I forgot what this one's gimmick was, but I do know his supernova was like, it was almost like the Radon, like Valstrax, big ass like meteor comet, like kaboom. Like he just like comes in like dive bombs from off the screen and he just explodes everything. And I think I got hit by it. I got hit by it because I didn't know what the heck was happening. But like he has, you know, flame swipes. He got fire explosion breath. He has like, I think he can do like a mini meteor storm that you'd have to avoid. Like, you know, they have like the circles on the ground. And then when you beat him, I think he has like an extra, I don't know, there's like a mini cutscene that happened where it shows like his life bar getting some life back, and you think it's like a phase 2. Well, in the phase 2, they do like that thing in the cutscene where the power of friendship and stuff makes Cheshire extra powerful. And you remember when he turned evil like that one time, and you had to like hug him or whatever to calm him down. He turns into that, but this time he can control it. So you can actually control him, and he does run. He can run. His dodge is like a flash step. So that's pretty cool. So you get to play as, and they call it Unbound Cheshire. And you get to play as him, and he has like, I think he has like half health. I think the guy ended up having like half health or something. Or maybe it's like, was it a full health bar? Oh, it was a full health bar, yep. And so you kind of just, but when I'm looking at this now, it's literally both of us just like flash stepping behind each other, going through each other, just like whacking each other like that. And so that's basically like that fight. You get all these cool moves. He has like a tail spin, like an AoE tail spin, and when you press a face button, it does like an elemental move. I don't know if I did them all in this one fight because I forgot to press it because I kept pressing the RZ button to do like the AoE tail tornado move. But I think I at least know that the earth one was like a big ass boulder you kind of just smack, and I think it does a shockwave. The water one I think does a water tornado. It summons a water tornado. I don't think I checked like the plant. Oh, the plant one is like a long headbutt, like a charge, but like a spinning, like a corkscrew charge move or whatever. And then fire I think is just actually I don't remember what fire was. I want to say it was like a bigger fireball than the normal move. But then you have to do the whole, not the whole fight, but like you have to fight him as that. And I didn't realize he had a full health bar, but yeah, you had to fight him again. He does like Lucaon does a beam, Cheshire does a beam, and they like meet in the middle, and you had to like mash the button like the QTE, and then eventually, I guess he's like, Lucaon's like overpowering you, and then Cereza comes in and adds more oomph, so you have to like alternate the buttons, and then you hit him with this beam. And I guess he doesn't die, he just kind of, I don't know, gets knocked the fuck out, I guess. No, so we're on the edge of this cliff, and he falls off this cliff, but Cheshire saves him and like brings him back up. And then he's like, oh, I didn't know demons could be like so nice or heroic or friendly, kind of. And, like, I always thought they were just kind of like like monsters who just like to, you know, kill for funsies, I guess. I just realized I went on this whole tangent on what happened, but actually that's literally what just happened. Just the fight. So basically we're right after when he got knocked off this cliff and we rescued him. So that's where we are. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Like he fell off a cliff. Cheshire picked him up and he's now like this. Okay.
The sorrow and anger were gone from Lucaan's eyes.
My soul cannot hold this form much longer. I figured this time was my last chance.
No!
I thought demons were all heartless monsters, but I was wrong. Cheshire, was it? Forgive me for what I tried to do. The only heartless one was me.
Look on.
All of a sudden, there was an ear-splitting crack, and a flash of light illuminated the sky. Morgana had succeeded in breaking the barrier trapping them in the forest.
Of course! If we can get you to my master, she'll find a way to save you.
What?
There's still time. Come on, we have to get you to her. Lucan, I won't let you die here.
Splendid! Oh, the pathos is palpable.
You!
On behalf of Avalon the Forest, you have our eternal gratitude. Why, the trees themselves shall sing a ballad of your deeds.
It was Puka, the self-proclaimed king. His usual retinue was nowhere to be seen. Though his outfit had seen better days, his elocution was still to be admired.
We're in no mood for your riddles. Back off!
Why, we have no need to quarrel. Our subjects will gladly escort you to the edge of the forest. And, led by our fairy light, one ill needs that lupine guide. Lead the filthy beast where he lies.
Puka was after Lucaan's spirit, and the royal power that it contained. Hearing his words, Cereza knew it had been Puka who had betrayed the fairy king. Puka who had torn Lucaan's family apart before cursing him to wander the forest in solitude.
You fiend! Enough! I will run no longer. But in exchange, let those two go.
No! Lucan, you can't!
This is for the best, Cereza. My time is up.
Lucan, don't give up! We're not going to let you take him, got it? And for the record, I knew you were lying about being a king.
So be it. One way or another, he will die. And with his royal line extinguished, we shall be eclipsed.
You know, now that I think of it, but because Luca exists and he's technically a fairy, maybe he's just a fairy, not like, oh, but then again, didn't the other guy, there was a different Luca. Who the fuck was that? He said he was like the king of the fairies or something. So like if he, like, what? How did he get like another fairy king? Is this like a different timeline? Oh, well then again, doesn't Persona, no, doesn't Bayonetta 3 take place in a different timeline? Maybe that's why, because this is supposed to be, I think, Bayonetta 1 Cereza.
But no matter the odds, she refused to give up. But then...
Cheshire?
The writhing mass of fairies hot on his heels, Cheshire ran towards the pillar of light.
I get to listen to the OST one more
Cheshire
time
ran
though.
like the
That's
wind.
nice.
Cereza felt his warmth through his mane. There was no stopping them now.
His claws are literally like clipping through this poor guy. Here's where I've messed up. Like they start simple and then they get crazy.
Here they come! Leave them to me! Don't mess with a witch!
See, I'm wondering this too because like who the I mean, I guess maybe it's different. Maybe third timeline Cereza didn't do this. Like maybe it only happened to one Cereza. That's kind of sad. Like the oops.
Be careful!
So then does that
Keep
mean
at it, Cheshire! Just a bit more!
it's kind of sad once you think about it? It's like, oh, Bayonetta 3, Bayonetta didn't go through this whole adventure. Just the first one. I guess the first one is, I mean, the first one is important. I mean, it did start everything, so I get why it would be like Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta going through this whole adventure. Oh wait, but didn't Bayonetta 3 Bayonetta like recognize Cheshire? Although that never really developed into anything. Like I guess she knew him, but like didn't say anything. Wait, now I'm just confused. I'm confusing myself.
Escaping the fairies' clutches, the pair made it out of the forest. Or so they thought.
Cheshire!
Caught by the fairies, they were slowly being dragged back into the forest. Refusing to give in, Cereza held on with all her might. But then... something sent the fairies flying like leaves scattered to the wind. This was a technique Cereza had seen before.
I mean, she also steals it in the future too.
Morgana!
Like a big ass foot just coming out of the sky.
Loathsome witch! I should have known you!
But before Puka could finish, Morgana extinguished his life with a single powerful strike.
Morgana! I'm so sorry for disobeying you, but please, save the scolding for later. This wolf, it's actually the spirit of a boy. If we don't do something, he'll die. Please, Morgana, can you save him?
Morgana said nothing. She gently stroked the wolf's fur. Confused, Cereza looked at her master.
Huh?
She saw an expression of which she did not think Morgana was capable. It was warm, filled with love.
Morgana?
You want to save him? How dare you? How dare you say those words after what you did to him, you foolish girl!
And I said this before, that he started it. He started it.
Cereza, why is that demon still here? Did you not reach the altar? What do you think those years of training were for?
Morgana appeared to be growing more angry by the second. She advanced on Cereza and Cheshire.
Morgana? What are you saying? What's wrong?
You still don't get it! The training, the brace, the dream! Do you have any idea how long I prepared for the day my precious Lucaon would return?
Thunder crashed
See,
in
the
the
thing that
distance.
I don't
Wind
understand, like, I don't know if he
screamed through
didn't
the
know.
trees.
Maybe I'm going to assume
A
he didn't
cold
know when he was
chill ran
explaining
through the air.
that he explained that his mom was a
Dozens
human.
of girls I lured into that forest.
So,
Each
but she's a
required
witch.
years of training.
So she's a witch.
All
So does
for
that mean
naught.
like
I
she
was
can
so close
turn
this time,
into?
but
Maybe
you had to go and ruin
she was
everything,
already a witch,
you
but she
selfish brat.
didn't say that
Cereza
she
had
was a
endured her
witch.
share of scolding from Morgana.
Because I mean, looking
but
at
this
Bayonetta
time
in the
was
future, like
different.
yeah, she could totally
These
pass
were
as
not
just
the
like a
words of
normal
strict
person.
Teacher.
So maybe she
They
was
were filled
always
with
a
nothing
witch.
but
He
pure
just didn't
loathing.
actually know.
Morgana,
I wonder what she looked like before. Look at this. Look at this
Useless
crazy
girl.
hair she has right now.
Lucaon and I will be together again. You will surrender that wretched demon this instant. Oh, I see. Made a new friend, have you? A demon born under the full moon of the bisextile night. That creature is the key to breaking
Look how
Lucaon's
specific
curse.
that requirement is.
Now,
A demon
Cereza.
born under the full moon
I've
of the
waited far too long to
bisextile
let a
night.
child's
I mean,
sentiment stand
maybe
in
the
my
wording
way.
it just makes it sound convoluted. Like it could just be like, oh, the full moon in like June.
Morgana! I know I wasn't a good pupil. I always messed up during training and broke your rules. I know I let you down. You might have been strict, but I always knew you cared about me. You were like a mother to me. I just wanted to make you proud.
Get away!
Pull yourself together. She is our enemy. Cheshire tried to get Cereza to her
Like
feet.
also, this was the bit where I was like, oh shit, another.
Morgana's
Like I thought
next
the
attack
4-phase
would come
dude
at
was
any
like the
moment.
final boss. Did that not seem final
Cereza
boss
could
to
not
you?
move a
Like a
muscle.
guy or like a final boss that's like, oh, here's this form, and then here's this form, and then here's this form, and then you turn into Super Saiyan mode and you have like an actual final fight.
Just then, something caused
But then all of a
Morgana
sudden
to
it's like,
stop.
no.
Losing the last of his strength, Lucaon clung to her dress.
Please, Mother, no more. I can't bear to see you like this.
Don't fret, my dear. Soon everything will be back to the way it was.
Mother! Mother!
Her expression fixed. Morgana moved her son aside.
A pity. You had the potential to become a fine witch, Cereza. If only you'd hardened your heart. But you were always so damn soft.
And then it's like, oh, true final boss. I'm like, great. I thought we were just gonna get like an ending cutscene, something, some closure. I mean, I guess this is some closure without the need to fight anybody else. Because I think that first fight already took like, it took a while. It took like 45 minutes or something. And then more running. This section fucked me up the most because of like
What are we going
the,
to do?
I guess it's feet. I don't know if it's feet. I don't know what these are. When they start getting in formations and you can go 360 and shit. When you're in this big ass tunnel, that's when it messed me up the most. But apparently, this was before, like in the recording before, but oh no.
Die already!
I actually ran out of health potions. Like I used them all. And I actually did die. Oh my, okay. I did die though one time. Because I forgot that their health bars were connected when you're in like unbound mode. Their health bars are connected. So like when he took damage, I wasn't paying attention. Just like right now. Oh my god.
This is how a true witch wields a demon.
You know, at least there's no like achievements where it's like, oh, get through the final boss, like whatchamacallit, without taking any to get through the running section without taking damage. This is pretty hard.
Give up!
Like it just needs like what is that thing? Megalovania. It just needs Megalovania. Look at that bit where it just like starts going like crossing over and stuff. Alright, here's the bit. Here's a bit that I did not like just because you can go all the way around.
Soft. This is how a true witch wields a demon.
So I have to like slap this controller.
Give up!
Oh my god.
Give up!
Double lasers now. Oh shit.
I'll never forgive you!
Oh my god. You see how crazy what the fuck? I'm impressed the game can handle stuff like this. Then again, there's like shit that's fading in and out. So I guess it can handle it fine.
Ragliaga!
What's wrong? Giving up without a fight? Cereza heard Cheshire's voice ringing clearly in her mind.
What am I supposed to do? There's no way I can fight Morgana.
I see. Well then, I guess that means our journey's over, hmm? The demon sounded disappointed.
Our journey?
That's what you'd call it, right? This whole thing to save your mum? You blabbered so much about her, even I was starting to look forward to meeting her. Cheshire paused.
What is it?
I'm sorry for what I did back there in the forest.
Cheshire?
And you were right. I never would have made it this far on my own. Thank you. Cereza was moved by the demon's unexpected words.
Cheshire, wait! I promised to send you home. I intend to keep that promise. Go, Cheshire!
Friends protect each other. Friends keep their promises. Gone was the fear and hesitation from Cereza's eyes. In its place was courage and steadfast resolve.
I'm an Umbra witch, just like my mum. Come on, let's dance.
Oh my god. I pressed the wrong button and I mistimed it. Like, you're telling me that she's like this Ultra Master witch. You're telling me that she's like this Ultra Master witch, but she hasn't unlocked witch time?
Not a chance!
Oh yeah, I have to circle the stairs, waggle that shit.
Cheshire, let's go! How about this?
I'll never forgive you!
Go, Cheshire!
It just mashed like the earth button. This big ass rock. Oh yeah, we started adding the feet. I'm going to assume this is, oh no, feet.
This is how a true witch wields a demon.
I mean, I guess you could just do like Mario Galaxy, just run all the way around it. Oh, apparently it doesn't want me running like underneath there. I guess I understand.
This is how a true witch wields a demon.
Too slow! Cheshire, let's go! Back at you!
It just makes me want Okami 2. Where's that Okami 2? I think it's Kamiya, right? Kamiya. Cause I remember I was like, oh yeah, like when he turns into Unbound form. I guess maybe the first time. Like you see, he gets this cool looking cape thing. And I'm like, oh, it's like when the Amaterasu turns into you know, turns into like her Shiranui form with the big ass thing. And I'm kind of upset that you only get that one reflector for that one fight. That always made me salty. I'm like, oh, a solar flare, and you don't get it back. It's just like the one for the one fight. I'm like, that's the shit on the box. Like that's the weapon on the box, and I can't have that weapon. You can only get that weapon for like 10 minutes. I hate that. I don't know how. Because sometimes they look different. Like sometimes she actually tries to like shoot me, but then sometimes they're like the like in the air kind. Like look, what is this? How am I supposed to? I pressed that shit. I just run through the lasers. Oh. Okay, ma'am, you're hitting me too fast now. Too fast for me. I looked it too fast for me. I mean, I can appreciate this as like a final boss. I mean, honestly, when I played this the first time, I actually didn't see it coming. Like at the part where, you know, she starts like stroking his like fur in the wolf form. You know, that's when I was like, oh, is this supposed to be his mom? Because then I got confused because I was like, he said his mom was a human. Like, what? Okay, ma'am, I am pressing this button. And maybe it's like when you spam the dodge move in Dark Souls, they don't like it. So that's when I got confused. I was like, damn, okay, apparently his mom was a witch and I guess she never told anyone. I mean, heck, maybe the dad knew. Ah! Okay, apparently didn't like that. And I do like the final prompt, say farewell.
Goodbye, Morgana.
Cereza. Shasha. You did the right thing, stopping my mother. It was an honor to meet you both.
It was almost time to say goodbye to Lucan.
I wish we could have become friends.
We did, Cereza. And for that, I am thankful.
Yeah, thanks to this thank this friend for the 4-phase boss fight.
Mother and child shared a tender embrace. This was the warmth he had been dreaming of.
Thank you for always watching over me, Mother. You can rest now. I'm happy I was able to see your face one last time.
Like, he does understand, right, where she's gonna go.
Sweet dreams.
Cereza did not know where fairy souls went in this chaotic world, but wherever Lucan wound up, she hoped he would find peace. The end had come for Morgana the Witch. Her peaceful expression was replaced by one of agony. It was almost too much to watch. This is the fate that awaits every Umbra Witch. An eternity, wandering the depths of Inferno. Cereza did not look away. She watched as Morgana's soul was dragged to the underworld. Cheshire realized that this unexpected twist of fate had delivered exactly what he sought. A door to Inferno lay before him. But the portal was already growing unstable. It threatened to close at any moment. The journey had left the demon totally exhausted. Struggling to keep his eyes open, he stared pensively at his door home.
That gate will take you back to Inferno. Go on. It'll close soon.
Cheshire looked back at Cereza. His expression said what they were both thinking. If I go back, you'll be all alone.
Even after all you've been through, you're still gonna treat me like a kid? Just wait, I'll be strong enough to summon you myself in no time. You just take it easy for a while, okay?
Cheshire quietly turned back towards the portal.
I'm going to keep getting stronger! I promise!
A tremendous sound erupted from the portal, but Cheshire's voice cut through the din. I'd expect nothing less.
And you better be one hell of a ferocious demon next time we meet!
A calm returned to Avalon Forest. As if to wash away the pain of the night, the first rays of dawn enveloped Cereza, bathing her in their warmth.
Wait, I forgot about this bit. But like at this point though, maybe because I think this is a dream. Like, why do we still need Jean? I can understand at the beginning because she didn't know how to like do all the magic-y stuff. But like, why do we need her now? I guess just like some company. Maybe to show off. Like, hey yo, look what I can do now. Even though she could totally do it like probably ages ago.
Looks like you'll be fine on your own, Cereza.
Her hair gets
Sure.
crazier and crazier. I think the
Thank you.
most normal it's
I'll see
probably
you again
been
when
was
this is
like
over.
maybe the third one. I think in the second one she had like really long hair, but she covered like one eye, I think. I mean, the short hair was fine, you know, like from the first one. I think maybe that's why it's like it was kind of jarring. Like she went from like a really short, like a pixie cut, I think, to like, unless it wasn't I'm pretty sure it was short in that game. Maybe like limitations, you know, like some technical limitations. Like they spent all the budget on Bayonetta's hair, not Jean's hair, so they had to give her the short hair. But then it's like, oh, now we'll have to give her long hair. Maybe this was before the whole
Did it, Mother?
like a
I'm a
witch's
witch.
hair is her life or
I'm
something.
strong.
I mean, I
How did
haven't
it
played
stronger?
Bayonetta 1 in so long. I don't know if
Don't
that's
need
where
to
it came
worry
from. I don't know
anymore.
if it only became important like in this game or the third game.
Cereza.
Mother!
You have grown into a splendid witch, Cereza. You are going to be just fine.
Once a regular nightmare, after that day, Cereza never saw that dream again. Meetings and farewells. Thinking of the promise she made to her friend, Cereza knew that she had gained something irreplaceable. The night was young. Cereza set off on her next adventure, the pale moon lighting her way.
Well, I said this before, but they could make like a sequel to this game, because you know how like her main demon that she like made the contract with, or the one that she usually like starts with, other than Gamora, was Madame Butterfly or Madama Butterfly. I feel like she used to be called something else. I don't know if y'all want me to skip the credits. You know what? We can see like the dancing bit, because the dancing bit is like you know, it's always in the thing. And then it turns into like when it gets to the scrolling credits, I guess. Like the black screen scrolling credits, I'll skip it. Because that's literally like the end of those. But they could have totally done like a new game in like this style. Because I actually like this style. It did remind me of like Okami-esque graphics, but not like watercolor. they could totally do like her adventure, because she ends this game like leaving, but then she can start the next one like on a new adventure, being like, oh, you meet Madame Butterfly, see their stuff, because I guess she sticks around. So, well, not like they can actually like leave, right? I mean, I know 3 had like temporary contracts. Yeah, but they could totally do a game of like, oh, here's how she met Madame Butterfly, and maybe Gamora, because usually she starts every game with Gamora. So, like, heck, Gamora could be like the final boss of that game, and then he becomes her demon too. So, that's like another thing. I don't think I've ever seen anyone else who's like a known witch. Like, even Jean. Like, they're the only, like, Bayonetta is the only one that can have like more than one. Maybe it just takes too much energy or something. But Bayonetta is like the only one I've seen in this whole entire series that has more than one demon to use. Like, heck, even Morgana had the spider, and then heck, her mom in the 3rd one, I don't know if this is true. I know you saw her mom in action. I forgot her name. Rosa. She has like that crazy tower, that clock tower thing. She doesn't use anything else. Jean has like the other Madame Butterfly, like the moth version, more moth-like than butterfly. Maybe they're sisters. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Like, you go on a thing with Jean, and she makes a pact with the moth lady, and then Bayonetta, Cereza makes a pact with like Madame Butterfly. And then maybe if they really wanted to, they could do like a lead up to, I don't know if she was there for it, like the witch hunts, like how she ended up going to sleep for like, how long was it? I feel like the game says like 500 years, but in my brain it's like more than 1,000. We're just gonna assume like hundreds/thousands of years, right? Because didn't Jean like put her to sleep and then to like protect her? Because she's kind of like one of the last ones, I think. By the time Bayonetta 1 comes around, she's like one of the last few Umbra witches remaining. Okay, I guess I can maybe... Actually, you know what? I said I'd wait for, like, the scrolling credits, so I'll wait for the scrolling credits. It's some nice like coffee shop music. Wait, do these count as scrolling? I guess no. Yeah, I mean I guess they do, yeah. Cause there's no more pictures. I'll just skip it. Alright, everyone did so well. It was very nice. Very, very nice. I mean, I liked it. I liked how it wasn't like judging me on how I played every fight. You know how you get graded? Like, oh, platinum, gold, silver, bronze, or copper, bronze, whatever the heck. I'm like, I like how it wasn't judgmental. Like, if I took a lot of damage or if the fight ended up taking a long ass time, it didn't judge me on it. Thank you, game.